Hello, this is Joseph Alds with Project 5 ESP8266 Weather Station for programming real-time operating systems at Johns Hopkins University. The project requirements are as follows. The stated requirement was follow the directions in ESP8266 Weather Station Getting Started Guide to get temperature and humidity readings from the ESP8266. Another stated requirement was that I have the design freedom to implement this project using any means that I wish to explore, including the Weather Maps API, using the DHT sensor, ThingSpeak, JSON parser, etc. Another stated requirement is to get and display via some means temperature, humidity readings using the ESP8266 weather station. I chose to use the Open Weather API for the scrolling display, and I chose to use the DHT11 for the display footer to display the humidity and the temperature in Fahrenheit of the DHT11. The project design is as follows. At power on, it will set up serial display in the DHT11. It will connect to a Wi-Fi network. It will configure the time zone and initialize the display, and then in the main loop, it will update the display footer with the DHT11 temperature and humidity readings, and then every 10 minutes, it will update the display from weather pulled from the Open Weather Map API. The setup, as I mentioned, it sets up serial, it sets up the DHT11, it initializes the display, it starts the Wi-Fi and waits until it's successfully connected. Then it configures the local time zone, which for the Eastern Standard Time is UTC -5. If it has been 10 minutes since an update, it will update the weather and display it. And it will constantly update the local DHT weather and temperature and humidity in the footer. The hardware design is as follows. I have the ESP8266 here. Here's the OLED display, and you can see I have 4 jumper wires connecting the two with ground, power, SDA, and SCL. And then here's the DHT11 that is also connected to the ESP8266. The software is written in C. It's compiled and uploaded via Arduino IDE, and included libraries were the ESP8266 OLED library, the DHT sensor library, the ESP8266 weather station library, and JSON streaming parser library. Almost all of this code comes directly from the ESP8266 weather station example. That was included by Daniel Eichhorn. That was included in the provided material from the professor. I did modify a few things. I added the DHT library to be able to customize the footer of the display. Also changed the time zone. I had to generate my own API key, and then I changed the location ID to Baltimore, which is where I'm located. And then all this again is from the provided code. The other thing I changed was I set up the DHT in the setup function. And here for the draw header overlay, which is what I'm calling the footer, I commented out where he printed out the time, and I changed it to DHT get humidity with a formatter, so it would print 2 decimal places and then a percent symbol. And then I also modified the temperature that displayed at the bottom to display the DHT temperature, and here I convert it to Fahrenheit. And now I'll show you the physical hardware setup. So you can see I have the DHT11, the OLED display, and then all the cables. And then you can see at the bottom, I have 40% humidity, and the temperature is 70.16 degrees Fahrenheit. Actually have a heater going, so I can stick it in front of the heater. And if it's focus, you can see that the temperature is increasing. So it does not wait 10 minutes for the local temperature and humidity to update, just the open weather API. Takes 2 minutes to update. And that concludes this Project 5 demonstration. Thank you for watching.